What's up, fellas? So today I got a very important video. Hey, if you guys on my Patreon go and look at the last video I made, I had about 2 or 3 guys who wanted they was asking me questions about getting back with their ex and how should they pursue that and what's the next course of action, okay? And so I think most men have been in this position, or you're going to be in this position. And I done talked about this in little small clips here and there, but I wanted to make a whole long video breaking down why this is a bad move, as in heating up leftovers with your ex, guys. Okay, I want to break this down step by step. I done talked about it a little here, a little there, 2 minutes here, 2 minutes there. I want to make a full video on this, all right, why this is a bad idea. And you know, I know why guys are going through this position. All right, we all been through that. So I know exactly where this is coming from. You missing that ass, dog. I mean, hey, let's just call it for what it is. You ain't missing that nagging ass woman, right? And I get some of you guys might be missing the companionship. I get that. But by and large, you missing the companionship of that ass. I think we all can pretty much admit that, okay? And so, while that's nice and dandy, guys, the issue with this is the cornerstone of being a high value man. Guys, you have to make yourself a high value man so you have a constant, flow of options. You feel, if you're a guy that makes 150 grand a year and you're sub 15% body fat and you dress nice and you got a nice place to live and you drive a nice car, you're just going to feel like you're in more high demand. So to shit like this don't even affect you. Okay. So before I say anything, you guys got to understand the importance of being a high value man. Unfortunately for us, we don't have a vagina. Okay. A woman is always going to have some kind of demand because she has a vagina. No, the dick is not in demand like that. I'm sorry. Okay. I don't care how big it is. I don't care how good your stamina is. None of that bullshit, all right? Dick just ain't, it is something that just comes, it's just readily available, right? It's like water, right? It's like something you don't treasure, right? It's not like something that's not hard, Unfortunately, women make vagina has a value on it that dick just don't have, all right? The only way you can compete with that, guys, is to make yourself a high value male. That's the only way. All right, to get those same amount of options. And even then, you still won't have as many options as a woman. It's just the way it is, guys. Men need for sex. It's just not as in abundance as women need for security. It's just not. Okay? But it's two main reasons guys will go back or want to get back with their ex. All right? And the first one I'm going to take from the beta aspect, scarcity. Right? You haven't made yourself a high value man. You're in scarcity. And right now you see yourself going in a 6-month, 1-year drought. And so you want to call her back because you fear going into that fucking drought. And that drought hurt, boy. Woo, boy, that drought hurt. They don't make enough fucking lotion or baby oil to compensate for that drought. There ain't enough porn on the goddamn internet that gonna compensate for that goddamn drought. That drought hurt. Woo, boy, it hurt. And she know it hurt. Cause she know your dick throbbing like a motherfucker. She know. But if you're a high value man and you got your shit together and she know you got options, she gonna call you back. Because for another girl swoop in and take her position. See, that's the value of being a high value man, guys. That's when she'll break. When she know that if her ass don't hurry up and get back in position, that you gonna feel that goddamn spot. She know that. And she also know when you don't have those options. And also the alpha aspect, guys, is when you're a guy that do have options. So just to be real, you can be a guy that do have options and still miss your ex. And I think y'all guys see celebrities all the time going through this shit. Guys y'all know should be in high demand. Y'all see this shit all the fucking time. Guys who should have options still begging and crying their ex back. And that's come from a value aspect. Let's just be real, guys. Let's just call a spade a spade. Most women are trash. Not all. I do not want to hear from the all police today. But most women, I think we can agree, are trash. So even if you are a high value man, when you get out here to dating that trash, you do that shit for a month or two and you go out here and you date all these playing games, attention whores and all this other shit, that'll make you want to call your goddamn ex back. So even if you're a man who do got options, if you had a girl that was feminine, cooked for you and did all the little small things for you, and then you get out here and you get to dealing with these scallywags, you goddamn right you gonna miss your ex. I don't give a fuck if you got your damn DMs filled up every goddamn day. You will miss your ex if she has some good qualities about herself outside of just being beautiful. A man typically is not going to start missing his ex. I'm talking about a man who's in high demand, who got options. Is not going to start missing his ex just because she was beautiful. It's a lot of beautiful women out here. That's not usually what's going to do it. What usually does it is when that woman was very feminine, catered to him, had a good spirit, was fun to be around, had good energy, good in bed. Let's not forget that. Those are the qualities that make a man who has options miss his ex. So if you're a guy that just think like, you won't be affected by missing your ex just because you have options, there's also a quality issue that you have to be concerned with. Okay? But with all that being said, guys, I got my little list. I wrote down why it doesn't work. It's only one way it can work, all right? And I'll talk about that. But 99.9% of the time, it doesn't work, and I want to explain to you guys why. Number one, guys, why it doesn't work, and I don't want to never hear none of you guys talk about getting back with your ex, is usually you done killed all level of attraction showing weakness. And I think a lot of you guys just think, when you think of weakness, you just think of, oh, you failed shit test and she was able to walk all over you and that was it. And that's one aspect of it, guys, but that's not usually the biggest one I've seen. The biggest weakness that I've seen from men, include myself back in the past when I used to do relationships that used to cause an issue in my relationships, was clinginess. We men are just simple creatures. We just are. And when we find a good girl that don't get on our fucking nerves and she has good energy and feminine, we want to be with her most of the time. We slowly pull away from our purpose. We slowly pull away from our friends. We slowly pull away from our hobbies and other things we enjoy. And we slowly get to a point to where she is most of our life. Women need space. There's no way around it, guys. Women need to be alone or be with their friends or live. There's no way around it. If you do not give a woman space, you're going to turn her off completely. It might be good for a couple of months, but it's just a matter of time before you get on her nerves. And usually, guys, that clinginess, that usually is just an attraction killer all the way around that you can't come back from. When you are clingy, right? When you're clingy, the mere thought, like when a woman break up with somebody that's clingy, she's like, oh my God, I'm free. And the mere thought of getting back with you breaks her out in hives. She can't fathom going back to being that life where you're clinging around her all the time. It's just an attraction killer that time or nothing can raise her attraction. You can literally post on Instagram, hey man, I'm a CEO of a Fortune 500 company, and she's still like, who gives a damn? You're fucking clingy as hell. So guys, if you were clingy or show weakness, those are attraction killers that just can't, it's some things that over time, if you just waited and it's been a couple of months or whatever, over time, she can start to miss you and her attraction raises. This is one of those things where she just like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm free of that motherfucker. So guys, please, for all my guys that are clingy now, and you see and you know you're clingy and you're seeing your girl too much, I'm telling you now, before it's too late, please back the fuck up before you kill all level of attraction. Okay, guys? Number 2, this is the most important. She has to contact you first. Now, the reason why this is a big issue, we typically don't, this is not the way it works. Usually women end the relationship. Indirectly or directly. Indirectly is when they become bitches at the end and they push you away. Indirectly is when they send you a text telling you that she needs space. All right. But in any situation, she broke up with. You might have thought you broke up with her. But if you were a woman at the end of that relationship, in the last 3 months, she became like a fucking Hurricane Katrina, she broke up with you. She was literally trying to sabotage the relationship. She was tired of your ass. But since she didn't want to end up in the desert somewhere in the hole or in the trunk somewhere, she just pushed your ass away so you'll break up with her in the relationship because you just couldn't deal with her ass no more. But she broke up with you. She just didn't want you fucking, to hurt her or nothing like that. Some guys are so fucking weak that, they can't take rejection. They can't take a breakup. So women, for their safety reasons, and rightfully so, because some of you guys are fucking whack jobs. Let's just call it for what, emotional whack jobs. Women have to give you a fake number because they don't want to get pimp slapped in the middle of the mall because some men can't take rejection. Or they have to push you away in a relationship so you will end it thinking it was your decision. No, it was her decision. She just didn't want you stalking her for the next goddamn 2 years. Okay, guys? But in effect, she has to contact you first, because the thing you got to understand about a breakup, you have to reset the hierarchy of the relationship. At some point at the end of the relationship, the woman started to doubt your value. That's what happened. She started to think that you were lower value than her for whatever reason, right? She thought that somewhere in the relationship, I can do better than this clingy motherfucker right here. She thought like, I can do better than this. That's what happened. During a breakup, when you move on, what you're showing is value. That I'm dating other women, I'm moving on with my life. Replacing you is nothing. That's what a woman needs to see for her to value you again. That you are able to just move on. When you contact her first, what you're saying to her is, baby, please come back because nobody else wants me and I'm not quite sure if I can get anybody else. That's what you're saying subconsciously. When you think high value, when a woman thinks you're high value, you think like, not only am I going to replace your ass, I am going to find somebody better than your ass. You're not displaying that when you call her first. So she has to call you first. No and ifs about it. She has to contact you first. There is nothing you can say to her. Most guys think, man, if I can just get on the phone and I just say this, I know I can just. Women go by actions, not words. You want to raise her attraction, she needs to start to value you again. She doesn't value you right now. She thinks she can do better than you. So she has to contact you first. End of discussion. Next, you have to punish her when she comes back, because this goes back to displaying the hierarchy of the relationship. When you just take her back without punishing her, what you're saying is, I am just happy to have you back. And in the event that you find another alpha 3 or 4 or 6 months from now that you want to fool around to see if he's a better option than me, then you know what? I'll gladly take you back again. Guys, that's a cuck. What you want to show a woman is, you got to earn me back. You have to earn me back. I'm not just going to take you back. Because we're trying to show the dominance in the relationship. If you just take her back, she still thinks she had the value, even if she called you first. You have to show her that I'm not only going to take you back, you have to earn me back. Very important, guys. Next, guys, The spark is gone. Now, let's talk about this. Guys, for what all we do, at the end of the day, some things just run their course. That's friendships run their course. People you watch on YouTube just run their course, right? When you first found somebody on YouTube 5 years ago, like, oh man, this is the best thing ever. And then about 2-3 years of watching that motherfucker, you're like, all right, I had enough of this. Not that the person did anything wrong. It just ran its course. Sometimes you're watching a show, it's like the best thing ever. And then after about 3 or 4 seasons, you just drop off. Now the show might have ran for 10 seasons, but after maybe about 3 or 4 or 5 seasons, you just, for whatever reason, just stop watching it. Not that they did nothing wrong or nothing, it just ran its course. And unfortunately, guys, this is what happens in a lot of relationships. Some relationships just run their course. Now, some relationships are able to maintain that spark, and the ones that typically are able to maintain that spark, guys, are usually going to be the ones where the guy provided turmoil and gave the woman space and was able to provide an experience when he saw her. So I'm going to tell you guys something. If you give a woman space to miss you and wonder about you, and then when she does see you, you're able to provide an experience, and no, Netflix and chill is not providing an experience. All right, getting your microwavable popcorn and popping it in the microwave and watching Hulu is not providing an experience. I'm sorry. Providing an experience usually means going outside, doing something, some type of activity. That's what providing an experience is. So when you do get with your woman 2 days out the week, y'all go out and do something. Men, for the life of me, can somebody explain this to me? Why do men get in a relationship and get cheap? Like, I don't get that. It's like men are doing a countdown to send their ass on the fucking couch. What the fuck is that shit about? Okay, you did all this dating in the courting phase, and now you got a girlfriend, and now you think, okay, let me go put my wallet up. You have to stay dating your girlfriend. You have to stay doing that. Ooh, I got her now. I don't got to spend no more money. Yes, you do. Yes, you do, guys. You have to provide an experience for your woman and give her space. If you guys do those two things, which I know gonna be hard for some of you guys, because when you get a girl, you think, okay, now I don't gotta date her no more. I can save that money, and now I want to see her every goddamn day. So not only do you not want to spend no money on her, now I want to see you every day. And for all my guys who live with their girl and stuff like this or are married, you still give space by getting your ass out the house and going doing other things with your friend. Go shoot pool. I know you're going to see her at night and when you get into bed and stuff, but don't get off work and then y'all just spending the whole day on the couch or doing whatever the fuck. Give the woman space. If you give her space and provide an experience, the spark will never go anywhere. Okay, guys? But for your situation, for the guy that wrote that, more than likely the spark is gone. Some of these things I say, guys, you just gotta take it as learning experience for the next time. That's how you get to where you're trying to get. You just say, okay, I can't salvage that. That's over with. But the next one that I get that I like, I won't fuck that up. So you can't go back in time, but the next one you can do better. All right, guys? Okay. Next, you haven't increased your sexual market value during the breakup. And this is mostly going to be financially. Now, it could be physically too. Maybe you need to lose a few pounds and stuff like this. But usually, guys, this is the way it works. All right, let me break some down to you guys. You guys need to understand, ambition is a part of men. That's part of our attraction, ambition. Even if you're somebody who's making 150, 200 grand a year, with women, the ambition to want more is part of the attraction. Most men get complacent in their life. With women, they need, let's say for instance, you're a guy and you make 200 grand a year and I'm just content with that. Well, women want to see you strive for more. And that's part of hypergamy. I won't sit up here and just act like it's all ambition. Oh, it's just the ambition. No, the bitch wants some money. The bitch want to go and live in a better house. She want to drive a better car. Part of hypergamy is in there. I'm not going to fucking lie to you guys. It is, right? But most men just get complacent. You have to increase your earning potential. So when you get stagnant, and I'm taking numbers that are not normal, the average guy is not going to make 150, 200 grand. I think most women probably wouldn't mind a guy being complacent with that. But the average guy, hardworking guy, is going to make what, 50, 60, 70 grand a year with a skilled labor? Women want more. If you're making 200 grand, you want to get complacent with that. I think most women, man, pretty much say, okay, that's fine. 200 grand, we could travel and we could pretty much live the way we want to live. But most guys get complacent making 50, 60, 70 grand. Women want to see more. I'm sorry. We're in a day and age now, women want to see more. Okay, you making 50 now? All right, next year, let's make 60. The year after that, let's make 70. You got stagnant and she's like, oh. A woman would date you off potential. Women would look and say, okay, he's only making 40 now. Not all women, you know, some women don't do it, but a lot of women would date you off potential. Okay, he's working on this. He's in school at night, so he's got to earn the potential of a six-figure brother. But guys just get stagnant. So let me tell you something, even if you are giving a woman space, even if you are not clingy, even if you're providing a cheap experience, if you're a guy that's not increasing your earning potential, she sees this as that's the best we ever gonna do. So if you're a guy that's making 50 grand a year, you're limited as into what those experiences can be and where you can live and all this other type of stuff. And over time, if you get stagnant like that and you complacent like that, a woman starts to say, man, I still got a vagina. I think I can do better. And so if you don't increase that earning potential, when she do reach out, what I call a filler text, guys, well, a woman just reach out and just kind of stick a toe in the water just to see what's going on, you know, what's changed in your life. You know, she's just creeping around to see, want to see, what's going on. She ain't really asked you to see her or nothing like that. She just kind of want to see what's going on in your life, what's changed. And when she reached back out and you're the same guy, no attraction, guys. You can't, if you don't think you being stagnant in your career, in your life, will cause a woman to kill attraction, you bugging. You ain't been paying attention these fucking 4-5 years I've been on fucking YouTube. You ain't been paying attention to hypergamy. If you're not constantly striving for more, unless you're somebody who make a very good salary, the attraction will die. Because the woman saying to herself, this is the wing out, it's the best we can do. Olive Garden is the best we can do. We never gonna take no overseas vacations. We ain't gonna live in a bigger house or an apartment. This is where we gonna be at forever. So you have to improve yourself. Most men gain weight in relationships. Most men just stop. Most men, boy, I told you guys about the women when I was a trainer, how they always had a trainer when they wanted to take a vacation, a reunion or something was coming up, or they were single, right? Something like that, right? That's the only time I seen like somebody getting married, a vacation, or they were single. Well, with men, you can always tell when a man is goddamn either single or at the very beginning stages of a relationship. Because I had so many guys, as soon as they got a girlfriend or something like that, them damn gyms, them days start getting goddamn lax. They still come, but they was coming 3 times a week. Now I'm lucky to get them in on one. So most men gain weight. You guys got to understand, women is not fixated on looks as much as us, but they still matter. Women are not fixated on looks as much as us. But if you don't think that when you met that girl, you was 13% body fat, and now it's a year later, now you 18, 20% body fat. If you don't think that fucking matter, you bugging. See, what men think is, well, she loved me, so that don't matter. It does matter. When you was goddamn single, you watched what you ate, your abs was in the gym, and now you got a girlfriend, you eating pizza every goddamn night because you think, now I got my girl, it don't matter. Women don't care about looks like that. I got a nice job. Oh yes, hell, it does matter. So if you ain't lost that fucking 20 or 30 pounds that you put on during that relationship and increase your earning potential, there's no chance nothing can happen, guys. Most men lose sexual market value in relationships. Guys, you have to be trying to increase it. You have to stay hungry and not get lazy. And last, guys, a woman does not want to come before your purpose. I don't give a fuck what she says out her mouth. A woman gonna always complain, oh, you work too much. Women are notorious for needing turmoil. Why do women like bad boys? They provide protection and turmoil. That's what they do. If you're not providing turmoil, a woman has to be complaining that she doesn't see you enough. And I'm not saying she's gonna complain every other fucking day, but periodically, guys, periodically. Okay, if you think I'm lying, any of my guys on here that have a steady girl in their rotation that they see once or twice a week, tell me don't every now and then, periodically, she complain that she don't see you enough. Tell me I'm lying. That's what she needs. Because if you gave it to her, she'll lose attraction. Women need that. Now, if you're somebody seeing her twice a month, that's totally different. That's ridiculous. I'm talking about you got to feed her just enough. And what I found out to be a perfect balance for that is twice a week. A Monday and a Thursday, or Tuesday and a Friday, or a Wednesday and a Saturday, or, whatever. 2 days a week, and try to put 2 or 3 days in between them. Preferably 3 if you can. That's what I seen. That's long enough for her to miss you, but not long enough to where she just starts to disvalue the relationship like she ain't seeing you enough. So never put a woman before your purpose. Every man does it. Every man gets a hot chick. The next thing you know, the purpose starts to come down here, and the amount he sees her goes up here. Got to provide that turmoil. Okay, guys. So for the guys who, and it wasn't just on that last post too. I've been getting a lot of, how should I proceed with the ex? She did this, she did that. I've been getting that question a lot lately. I don't know why the fuck, I've been getting a lot of guys who want to know how to pursue their ex or what's the next course of action and all this other bullshit, guys. And typically speaking, if you did any of those, usually the attraction is over. That's what I've seen. Usually, you'll be better off if you got caught cheating than doing any of that. Because y'all guys got to understand the way this works, right? When a woman loses attraction for a man, what she think is, this is the real guy. That guy I saw at the beginning, that was a fraud. For all you guys that have women that are very feminine and they do all that good stuff at the beginning and stuff like that, and then 6 months later you see a different version of them, which one do you believe is the true them? Which one do you believe is going to be the one that you're going to get long term? The fraud at the beginning, the representative that they was putting out there in the beginning, or the bitch that's acting crazy now? Now that she done got comfortable. I'm going to think that I'm going to get the crazy bitch, not the nice, sweet girl. And that's the same thing when a guy gains weight during a relationship or he acts weak and clingy. She's thinking that that's who you really are. And to be honest, that's probably who you really is, to be honest with you. All right, guys. So that's why I say, hey, move on from your ex, move forward, guys. She's in the past. Take it as a learning experience and move on. Life is about, how the fuck do y'all guys think that I got where I'm at? I'm doing everything right. I done made a lot of fucking mistakes. So your ex was a learning step to get to where you at now. All right, guys. I'll get back with you guys later.